Do you have the right legal documents in place? The right documents are essential to making sure that your wishes are appropriately carried out. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of a power of attorney and an advanced healthcare directive. I'm Shannon Quigley, and this is Plaza Protect Presents. Today, I'm joined with an attorney from the Legal Services of Northern California, Patrick Ting. Patrick, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we get a lot of questions about legal documents from some of our seniors. Can you start by just explaining what a power of attorney is?
Sure. Power of attorney is a legal document where a person, in this case a senior, selects an agent, also known as an attorney in fact, to handle that senior's financial and legal affairs. So for example, that agent might have the authority to pay rent on the senior's behalf, access the senior's bank account, maybe hire a lawyer or an accountant on behalf of that senior. And the senior who executes the power of attorney can make the scope of that document very narrow. So they can only allow the agent, for example, to access one account at one financial institution to really narrow it down, or they can make that power as broad as the law permits. So it can be actually very broad. So because that power of attorney can give the agent very, very broad powers over the senior's finances, it's really important to carefully select a very trusted person, can be a friend or a family member, to serve as that agent. And a bad actor could very easily use that power of attorney to do really bad things like steal from the senior using that document.
Yeah, unfortunately, when that happens, our office gets involved in their criminal charges. But are there specific different types of powers of attorney our seniors should be aware of?
Yes. So, as mentioned earlier, the powers granted to an agent, right, can be very narrow or broad. So the document itself can grant different powers, and also the timing of the power of attorney can matter. So the power of attorney document can be effective at different times. Most powers of attorney documents, they take effect immediately upon execution, meaning when they get signed and notarized and whatnot. But some powers of attorney are what we call springing. So that means that they only become effective upon the happening of a certain event. So for example, oftentimes if the power of attorney may not be effective immediately, but then it springs into effect when the senior becomes incapacitated or no longer able to make their own decisions. A regular power of attorney is only effective while the senior still has legal capacity. So that means that, as mentioned earlier, when the senior can still make decisions on their own behalf. But a durable power of attorney continues to remain effective even after the senior loses capacity. So for example, if the senior has a health emergency or a sudden accident that causes that person to become hospitalized, not able to communicate their wishes, then that durable power of attorney remains effective and allows the agent to make certain financial and legal decisions, even if the senior is incapacitated.
And what happens in those types of cases when the senior does pass away?
So if a senior passes away, a power of attorney actually has no legal effect upon the senior's death. But oftentimes, people ask our office or they ask our advocates, well, what do I do if I pass away and I want to give away my possessions or my property or my money? Well, in that case, we can potentially talk about it in a different session. There are other documents, other estate planning documents like wills or trusts or other ways to sort of make sure that the senior can get their property to family members or friends or whomever they want.
Okay. So can you explain a little bit the difference about a power of attorney and an advanced healthcare directive?
Sure. So, as mentioned, a power of attorney, allows a senior to select an agent to make certain legal and financial decisions on their behalf. Whereas an advanced healthcare directive allows the senior to write down instructions for their desired healthcare, their treatment options in certain situations. And it also allows them to select an agent to carry out those healthcare wishes. So these two documents, they're pretty similar, right? The power of attorney and the advanced healthcare directive, they both allow this a senior to select an agent, but one is for financial and legal purposes, and the other is for healthcare and health treatment purposes.
So should a senior have both documents in place?
Absolutely, and really, this isn't even limited to seniors. It's good practice, really, for anybody to have a power of attorney and an advanced healthcare directive. These what we call advanced planning documents, because unfortunately, you never know when you might have a health emergency or some other event that unfortunately causes you to lose the ability or the capacity to make decisions. So it's good to select a trusted individual or a trusted friend, a trusted family member to serve as your agent just in case.
Agreed. So if a family member or a senior has questions about creating a power of attorney or an advanced healthcare directive, can they contact Legal Services of Northern California?
Absolutely. Just as a little background, Legal Services of Northern California, we are a nonprofit legal aid or legal services organization. So we provide free legal advice and assistance to folks who qualify for our services. We have 8 field offices throughout Northern California, additional special projects, and we actually serve clients in 23 Northern California counties. We kind of stretch all the way up to the Oregon border. Most of our clients do have to be below a certain income because we are first and foremost an anti-poverty organization, but some of our special projects do not have income limitations. So for example, most, if not all of our field offices actually have senior legal assistance projects where we're able to serve seniors regardless of income. Same with people who call us about healthcare issues, so access to healthcare. So I definitely encourage folks to call us, even if they're not sure if they qualify for our services. They can call us and they can go on our website, depending on which county they live in. They can go on our website, which is lsnc.net for Legal Services of Northern California. And there's information about our services, the areas of law that we specialize in, as well as contact information for all of our offices.
Well, thank you. I know it's so important for our seniors to have the right legal documents in place, and we want to encourage all of our seniors to make sure that they have those documents before they need them. So we are going to talk to Patrick a little bit later about the differences between a will and a trust. And Patrick, thank you for all of the work you do helping our seniors in Placer County.
I'm driving down an empty freeway, no waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sun